stayed in the barn that day, left the parting to Mattie. December 18, a week before Christmas, they stepped off the porch in their torn shoes into a few inches of snow, through the wire gate and out the lane, past the barnyard and the bare maple trees that waved their black branches in the cold wind. The boys didn't look back, knowing that what was behind them was something they could never have again. After the first mile, their feet were cold from snow leaking into the cracks in the soles of their shoes. Their hands were red and chapped from the cold, so they switched their paper sacks from one hand to the other. Their torn straw hats flapped in the wind, and occasionally they took a free hand to slap the top of it. Behind them, their tracks zigzagged through the frozen pellets of snow, but they never strayed from each other, their shoulders meeting again and again. A buggy passed from the opposite direction. They waved solemnly and kept walking. They were being sent to Ephraim King. They had been told how far to walk on Peter's Road, where to turn, and which driveway to look for, so they recognized the place when they came to it. A low rise, and suddenly behind the woods, there it was. Instinctively they drew together. Their steps slowed. The wind blew cold. They could hear their stomachs rumble underneath their thin coats that closed down the front with hooks and eyes. The farm where they were expected to live looked much the same as any other Lancaster County farm. A white-sided house with a porch and a Kessel house. A white barn with white outbuildings flanked by patches of woods and corn-stubbled fields. A winding creek with willow trees swaying bare-limbed on its border. "I guess they know we're coming." "I hope so." Unsure which door to enter, they hesitated at the end of the cement sidewalk. No barking dogs announced their arrival. No one appeared at a window, and both doors stayed shut, as if the farmhouse had turned its face aside. They looked at each other, one's uncertainty mirrored in the other's brown eyes. "You want to go back?" "We can't." Harvey nodded, and together they moved to the front door, lifted their fists, and knocked, first one, then the other. A patter of feet, and the door opened. "Oh, it's you! I was watching for you. Thought your dad would bring you mit die Führer. Have you walked all this way?" "Yes." She opened the door wider, standing aside to usher them in. She was of medium height and not too thin. On her round face, spectacles perched on her wide nose. Light-colored eyes peered through the polished lenses, her small red mouth like a raspberry. They noticed the row of safety pins down her dress front and the narrow gray apron belt with a row of small pleats across her stomach. The apron was wet, as if she had left her dishwater. She extended not one but two warm hands, red from the hot water. "Well, here you are, then. We are looking forward to having you. My name is Rachel, but I suppose now I am your mum. You may call me ma'am. We have 3 girls, Melinda, Katie, and Anna. They are in school. They will be home this afternoon. You are Henry and Harvey Ash, right?" "I'm Henry. I'm Harvey." She rolled her eyes, raised her hands, and laughed, a long, rolling sound that neither of them had heard very much in their short lives. They didn't smile, only watched Rachel with a serious, off-kilter expression in their brown eyes, unsure if they were being mocked or merely laughed at in a kind way. "I'll never know which is which. Well, what does it matter? Here, give me your bags. I believe we have the necessary clothes in here, right?" They both nodded. 4 eyes looked at her, 2 of them not quite focused with the others. Rachel stepped closer, peered into their faces. "Your eyes." She straightened, led them to the Kessel house, and showed them where to keep their shoes and hang their coats and hats. The Kessel house was warm with the steam coming from the Esla Kessel, the great kettle built into the brick oven, with a